Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Joanne and this is To Crochet Curious. So today we're gonna show off this beautiful 2-color blanket, lap blanket that I made, and I'm just gonna show very simple. This is just a very simple, easy blanket. Anybody can do this. If you know how to make a half double crochet, you're good to go. So I will show how to make that blanket in 2 colors. Alright, so in order to make this, we're going to use 2 worsted weight yarns and and you'll also need a 6mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, and a darning needle to weave in your ends when you're done. So very simply, we are just going to make, I'll show you how I made my blanket. We start with a slip stitch, draw the loop through, and we are just going to pull it tight, and we're going to chain. And for the purposes of showing this, I'm just going to chain, I'll do 12. 1, 10, 11, and 12. Alright, so basically you're going to make your blanket just as wide as you want it to be. And then add like 2 more chains. So now to start the first row, we're going to yarn over and we're going to find the second chain from the hook, which is not this one. So the second chain is right here, and we're going to yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all the loops. That's a half double crochet. And we're going to half double crochet in each one of these all the way across to the end. So half double crochet is a yarn over, you go into the top of the chain, pull through a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. And it's good I'm only doing like 10 of these because it'll take me forever. This is my first tutorial, you guys, so be kind. So the basic thing that I want to show on this is how I carry the yarn through, and then I'm going to show you how to make a border around the blanket, which I will do on my actual blanket. So the first part of this tutorial is just going to be showing you how to make a 2-color blanket. So as we go all the way to the end of the first row with our half double crochets, and if I counted everything properly, we should have 10 stitches in our row. And you do want to double check your stitch count because it's so easy to lose your place and end up going wider or thinner when you didn't intend to. And feel free to speed this up because I'm taking forever. Alright, let's count. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I ended up with 11. I might have started with an extra one. Okay, well, we'll just go with that. All right. And to change colors, we want to actually stop here before our chain one. We're going to get our second color. And we're just going to hold it over here and yarn through, and then yarn over and do our chain one for the turn. And we're just going to leave the green hanging. And we're going to, and we're going to half double crochet all the way across. And you can pull this tight and pull that tight just to hold it all together. And we're going to go ahead and do 2 rows back and forth of half double crochets. And you just chain 1 and turn at the end of each row. And what's going to happen as you do this is you will carry these colors without cutting them. You'll just continue to carry them up the side. And again, I will show you. Here's the side. So I've carried up the magenta and the gray all the way up the one side of the blanket. And that's why we're going to put a border on it, because it has those strings basically hanging there. And rather than show them off, we're going to put a border around the blanket to give it a completed look, and also to hide those, the yarn carry. Now it's very simple to do the two-tone. You basically are doing the same stitch, and every time you get to the same side, and you can see which side it is that you have to be on because the yarn is carrying up the side. So you always know when to change colors. And I do recommend doing, you know, some highly contrasted colors, and you could do more colors than just 2 if you wanted to. It's a very simple blanket, but the color blocking style, or you could make more rows of one color, say do 6 rows of one color and then switch to the next color. There's a lot of variation you can put on that. So now that we are getting to the end of this color, I'll show you that color change again. Try to make it a little simpler. Alright, so we are through here, and you could actually color change right now. So you're going to take the working green, not the short green, okay? And come up and pull through the last part of the half double crochet, and then you chain your 1 and turn. That's going to be your cleanest transition. And then you're going to go ahead and keep going and do this for however many rows that you need until you have a completed blanket. Now I'm going to do a few more rows and transitions, and then I'm going to come back and then I'll show you about the border. And then once we do a little practice on the border on this little swatch, I will actually do a tutorial for the border on my blanket. Alright, so I'm going to run ahead a little bit and put some more color changes on this, and then I will be back. Okay, here we are. We have our blanket, such as it is, made. We're at the final row. So we're going to carry up the new color and draw it through. Pull this one tight. And now we are going to start with our border. So we're going to chain one, and we're going to turn our work. We're going to go across here just with single crochets. So you drop a loop and pull through for single crochets, and we're using the contrasting color. Opposite from what is on each end. So it's obvious that there's going to be a border delineation. There we go. I got it. I said it. Oops. Too many. I'm used to doing half double crochets. Now, of course, you could do half doubles here if you wanted, or you could do doubles, or you could do whatever you want. But for me, this is how I'm going. I'm going to make a border that looks different than the body of the blanket, if I can keep from yarning over. Alright, now we have to turn a corner here. So we're going to do the last stitch, and then we're going to go into the same stitch, make another stitch, and then we're going to chain one, and then we're going to go into the same stitch and make another stitch. And what this is going to do is wrap our corner with a rounded edge. Now we're going to go through each row. It's going to get a single crochet out down the side. Now, you know, this doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want to basically stick to try to get just one stitch per row. Otherwise it'll start to bunch up. But you know that you did 2 rows of each color, so you should be able to do 2 single crochets in each color. Even if they're not totally evenly spaced, you will be in the right neighborhood. Okay? It's harder to, you're not going into actual stitches like you're used to, so you just have to do the best you can. It's very forgiving, so don't worry. just 2 per each color, or however many rows of the color that you have. Now we're on to the green, and of course the green, we have to turn the corner again. Oh, I kind of messed up. Let's back it up a little. Alright, we're going to go in here first. Alright, then we're going here. Then we're going to do another one. I keep wrapping it around. I'm sorry. Single crochet. And then chain 1, and then another in the same stitch. And then we have cornered. Now we can move into the next stitch. And we're going across, 1 single crochet in each stitch. Alright, you can see we have cornered twice, so we're going to corner here. We're going to continue with the single crochets up this side, and then we are going to get to the long and joined second color, and we will switch colors at that point and do the next round of the border. Alright, so we're on the last one, so we need to put one more in the same stitch, and I did it again, sorry. Single crochet in the same stitch. And we seem to be pulling things apart here. Such a small swatch. Okay, then we put 2 in the corner, we chain 1, we put 1 more in the corner, and then we turn our corner. Alright, now we are trying to get 2 in each color, which we already have 1 in the blue or green or whatever color this is. And so there's the second one, and then we switch to. Now this one you have all your carryover yarn, so you just gotta try to ignore the carryover yarn and just okay, we got 2 blue. Now we're going in to the brown or oat color. Need another one in that. And you see we're going to be covering, this is why we're going to do a few rounds of this. We'll be covering the carried up yarn. So we got 2 there, we need 2 in the green. 1, 2, and then the oat, back to the green. I missed that. There we go. Another green. All right, let's get our corner in place. In this one again. And add one. Chain one. Now, we've already gone into this one, so we're going to put it through, and then we're going to yarn over with the green. Because we're changing colors right now. Okay, so we got the first one in, go to the second stitch. Now this time we are half double crocheting, and now there is a stitch in every location where you need to go, so you don't have to mess around so much. You can just stitch your way around, and then when you get to the corners, we're going to go in the chain space to make our corners. So I'll get to the corner here and I'll show you that. Alright, so here we go. Oopsie. Alright, so we go into, first you have to do your corner stitch. I mean the last, oops. Now I've forgotten I'm doing half double crochets. Alright, so we go in with a half. Then we find our chain space and we make another half and a chain and another half. And that will round our corner. Wow, where did I go? That has rounded our corner, and we have our chain space for next time. Oops. So now we just have to hit every stitch along the side with a half double. Alright, so we're just going to keep doing this. We do half doubles all the way around, and then we're going to come around and do half doubles in the light color. And I think that should just about be enough border. So the first round of the border is just to get you so you have stitches to go into all the way around. Then the second and third go arounds in color are what is producing more of the border, and you can make as many rows on the border as you like. Say your blanket wasn't quite big enough and you wanted to add more, you could just border it several times around in order to increase the overall size. So I will show this again when I do the actual border on my blanket. but I wanted to share this with you as my first tutorial, and I hope you enjoy. And if you want to make a two-tone blanket and this is helpful, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day. Bye.